Act 1, the premise and grounding. Audio tone, confident, upbeat, slightly swaggering. Human beings are hardwired for stories. From ancient campfires to modern boardrooms, we use them to connect. But telling a story to make people laugh? That requires a completely different level of engineering. You see, laughter lives in a sudden shift. The moment the audience expects one thing, and you completely pull the rug out from under them. Think it's an innate genetic gift? Think again. It is an absolute craft. Look at the masters. When Dave Chappelle holds an audience spellbound, when Kevin Hart physically acts out a domestic crisis, or when Chris Rock dissects a social hypocrisy, they are using a highly precise, 5-act structural blueprint. Let's break down how this works using a real-world example. It starts with the baseline reality. Now, I am not an athlete. Let's just establish that right now. I have the physical build of an accountant who accidentally wandered out of an office building. But last month, I decided I was going to turn my life around. I bought the expensive workout gear. I bought the sneakers that look like spaceships. I walked into Apex Fitness, which is not a gym, by the way. It's a cult designed by Swedish architects. I walked in there feeling like a warrior. I had my neon water bottle. I had my compression shorts on. I looked in the mirror and thought, watch out world, a new beast has been unleashed. I was a solid level 10 confident. I was ready to lift cars. Act 2, the inciting incident, an audio tone. Abrupt shift to mild confusion and creeping dread. And that's when I saw it. The matrix of fitness equipment, the manual curved treadmill. Now, if you've never seen one of these things, it doesn't have a motor. It doesn't have buttons. It doesn't have an emergency stop clip. It is powered entirely by your own momentum and gravity. It looks like a high-tech hamster wheel for humans who hate themselves. Sitting on the treadmill right next to it was a woman who was easily 80 years old, and she was gliding along like a majestic gazelle. She looked at me, gave me a polite nod, and said, "It's a wonderful workout, young man." My ego immediately took the wheel. I looked at this sweet grandmother, looked at this mechanical torture device, and thought, if this woman born during the Great Depression can handle this thing, I am going to absolutely demolish it. Act 3, the escalation. Audio tone. Faster pacing. Vocal pitch rising to mimic growing panic. That was my first mistake. Never let an 80-year-old woman dictate your physical limitations. I stepped onto the curved deck. Because it's curved, the moment your foot touches the front, the track drops down. I took one step, and the track slipped backward instantly. To keep from falling on my face, I had to take another step. But because I took a faster step, the machine took that as an invitation to go faster. Within 4 seconds, I went from a confident stroll to a frantic jog. Pause. 1 second. I'm looking for the stop button. There are no buttons. It's a piece of curved iron and rubber. My internal monologue went from "I am a beast" to "I am going to die in neon compression shorts in front of a grandmother." I tried to slow my feet down, but when you slow your feet down on a manual treadmill, gravity just pulls you down the curve faster. I was trapped in a physics equation I didn't understand. I looked over at the grandmother. She wasn't even sweating. She looked at me and said, "You're doing great, dear. Just find your rhythm." My rhythm was cardiac arrest. My water bottle flew out of my hand and launched across the room like a missile, striking a guy doing bicep curls right in the shin. I didn't even care. I was fighting for my life. Act 4, the climax. Audio tone. High energy, intense, building to a dramatic peak. Then a sudden drop to deadpan. I realized I couldn't run anymore. My lungs were on fire. My legs felt like wet spaghetti. I decided I was going to perform a tactical exit. I was going to grab the side rails, lift my body up, and let the track spin underneath me. A classic action movie move. I grabbed the rails. I hoisted my body into the air, but I forgot one crucial detail: sweat. My hands were covered in panic sweat. The moment my weight shifted, my hand slipped off the rubber rails. My body dropped straight down onto the spinning track. The treadmill didn't care about my dignity. It gripped my sweatpants and violently launched me backward off the machine. I didn't just fall, I flew. I slid across the polished hardwood floor of the gym like a human curling stone, my back scraping along the ground, until my head came to a gentle, humiliating halt right against the base of a vending machine. Pause, 2 seconds. The gym went completely silent. Every single bodybuilder, influencer, and trainer turned to look at me. I was lying flat on my back, tangled in my own limbs, staring up at a row of protein bars. Act 5, the resolution and tags. Audio tone, quiet, defeated, conversational, highly relatable. Nobody moved. Nobody knew if I was alive. Then, the 80-year-old woman walked over, peered down at me lying on the floor, shook her head and said, "Well, that's one way to get off. I didn't even try to stand up and claim my dignity. I just stayed on the floor." I reached up into the vending machine slot, pulled out a protein bar that had shaken loose from the impact, opened it, and started eating it right there on the ground. If you're going to hit rock bottom, you might as well have a snack. I don't go to Apex Fitness anymore. I do my workouts at home now in my living room, where the only thing that can judge me is my cat. And let me tell you, even the cat looks at me sometimes like, "You're not gonna make it, man." But hey, I learned a valuable lesson about fitness. If you ever see a piece of gym equipment that relies on your own gravity to stop, just go sit on the couch. The couch has a motor called not moving, and it has never launched me into a vending machine once. Channel outro. Audio tone, transition to warm, motivational, professional, and authoritative. Pause, 1 second. If you want to unlock true financial freedom, start enjoying life to the fullest, and have some laughs along the way, this is the channel for you. Make sure you keep up with the movement on all my socials. Hit that like button, follow the journey, and subscribe right now so you never miss a wealth building tip. Let's get these profits together.